So picture this. A guy, one of the most trusted engineers at Google, sits down at his laptop the night before he quits and downloads 14,000 files. 14,000. Trade secrets, proprietary designs, the entire blueprint for their self-driving car program. And he just walks out, badge on the desk, files in his pocket. $20 million worth of ideas, gone like that.
And here's what gets me, right? Nobody flagged it. Not a single alert, not one person in security, not one system, nothing. The most trusted guy in the building just helped himself to the future and walked.
And that's the part that should make you uncomfortable. Because we're not talking about some, shadowy hacker in a basement. This is Anthony Levandowski, Golden Boy, Google ex-royalty, the guy they literally built projects around. And he looked everyone in the eye every single day, knowing what he was about to do.
So I actually want to unpack that because there's a framework for this, right? A criminologist named Donald Cressey came up with something called the fraud triangle back in the 50s. And it's almost too simple. 3 things: pressure, opportunity, and rationalization. That's it. When all 3 line up, that's when people cross the line.
Wait, so break that down for me with this guy, specifically.
Yeah, so Lewandowski, right? The pressure was ego, ambition. This dude saw himself as the godfather of autonomous vehicles. He didn't just want credit, he wanted to be the thing. Opportunity? I mean, he had unrestricted access to everything. Everything. Google basically handed him the keys and said, have fun. And then, rationalization. And this is the big one. He genuinely believed he built it. Like in his mind, those files were his. I created this technology, so it belongs to me.
That's wild to me. Because, so you're saying it's not even about bad people. It's about bad setups.
That's exactly what Cressey would say, yeah. You put a normal person in a situation where the pressure is high enough, the access is wide open, and they can tell themselves a story about why it's okay. And you've got a problem. And here's the thing. Most companies, they're basically building that triangle every day without realizing it.
Bro, that's... Okay, but I want to go deeper on the rationalization piece, because that's the one that really messes with me. How does someone, a smart person, someone who knows right from wrong, how do they just flip that switch?
So there's a psychologist, Albert Bandura, brilliant guy. He developed this concept called moral disengagement. And basically it's the mental gymnastics your brain does to let you do something you know is wrong without feeling like a bad person. He mapped out 8 different mechanisms people use. And when you look at corporate IP theft specifically, 3 of them show up every single time.
Which 3?
First one, moral justification. I deserve this. I put in the hours. I had the ideas. The company owes me. Second, diffusion of responsibility. The company's so big they won't even notice. It's a drop in the bucket for them. And the third one, dehumanizing the victim. It's a corporation, not a person. You can't steal from a machine.
Dude, that last one hits different. Because, people really do think that way. Oh, it's just Google, they'll be fine. Stealing from a faceless entity doesn't count.
And here's where it circles back to what I said at the top, right? Nobody flagged it. That's not just a tech failure. That's moral disengagement at the organizational level. Everyone around Lewandowski had some version of, well, he probably has permission, or that's above my pay grade, or I'm sure it's fine. The same mechanisms that let him do it, let everyone else look the other way.
And that's the thing, man. This isn't just a Lewandowski story. Samsung had engineers leaking semiconductor secrets to China. Coca-Cola had someone trying to sell their formula. And that's just the stuff that makes the news. How many of these happen every year that we never hear about?
A lot. And the fraud triangle conditions, they exist in almost every company right now. Overworked employees who feel undervalued, wide open file access nobody audits, and a culture that says, we trust our people, as if trust is a security protocol.
So if you're a founder listening to this, or a team lead, or honestly anyone who has a Dropbox folder with stuff that matters, Your access permissions are probably a mess right now. And I don't say that to scare you. I say that because you can actually fix it. Like today.
That's the move, honestly. Audit your access. Not next quarter, not when something goes wrong. Now. Who has keys to what and why? When's the last time you actually looked at that list? Because here's what I've learned. Trust is a relationship. It's a beautiful thing between people, but it is not a security system. Build systems that don't require you to bet your entire company on someone's character. That's not cynicism. That's just being smart.
Audit your access. That's the move.